everyone, Captain Knight here, locked and loaded. Welcome back to another Phantom Forces video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the starter's rifle, or the M4A1. Now, let's get started. The Colt M4A1 is a select fire carbine, manufactured in America. The weapon is chambered in 5.56 by 45mm NATO. The weapon is unlocked by default at rank 0, so you're going to own it the moment you start playing Phantom Forces, so it's not a problem earning it. The capacity of the weapon is 30 rounds in the magazine and 1 round in the chamber. It has a reserve ammo of 120 rounds. The ammo amount is generous, but you still need to control your trigger or you're going to run out of ammo real fast. Damage on the starter gun is quite average as well, just like the Remaster 9 last video. It does a base damage of 34, so it's a 3-shot kill to the body at point blank range. It is a 3-shot kill to the head as well, doing 47.6 damage. But the long range damage of this is quite pitiful. It does 19 damage, which results in a maximum 6 shots to kill someone at range. So you might want to think twice before shooting at someone at range. The M4A1 is select fire, meaning you can select between full auto or semi-automatic fire. It has a rate of fire of 780 rounds per minute, or 13 rounds per second. The weapon takes 2.3 seconds to reload when empty and 1.8 seconds to reload when you're doing a tactical reload. So the tactical reload is quite fast, a half a second faster than empty reloads, so you might want to reload more with this weapon. But we all know you starters like to spray, and you probably won't even keep track on how many bullets you have in your magazine remaining, so have fun. The damage drop-off of the weapon starts from 35 studs and then ends at 120 studs, so you have quite a bit of range to do some decent damage before the 19 damage kicks in. The minimum time to kill on this weapon is 150 milliseconds at point blank. If you're comparing this to the Remaster's 970 millisecond, don't. This gun can fire full auto, that one can't. The muzzle velocity of this weapon is 2,200 studs per second, which is also near instant, and the penetration power of this weapon is 1 stud, so you can penetrate thin brick walls, metal walls, like the sheet metal. Yeah, you can pretty much penetrate those. 5.56 is more powerful than 9mm, okay? However, there are quite some powerful weapons out there. The spotlight of this weapon is its hipfire. It is very stable. It can shred people at close range even when you're not aiming down the sights. Hence, this is a perfect weapon for starters because I don't think they'll be wanting to aim if you're so close to it. The recoil, well, you get an initial upwards kick from the start, but then it becomes a full automatic laser. Provided if you use the perfect scope and the perfect attachment for it. Otherwise, good luck controlling that recoil. Now, those are the stats of the starter gun or the M4A1. Now, attachments. The core thing to this blaster. Now, you're going to want to make the recoil more tame, so you're going to have to use some recoil control attachments, like the compensator, angle grip, and the green laser. I'll go over those one by one. For the barrel attachment, compensator, because it keeps the recoil as straight as possible. Sure, there's more upwards kick, but remember what I said about it turning to a laser after your first few shots? Yeah, rely on that. And next, underbarrel, angle grip, for better aim recoil control. I know I said the hipfire on this is quite good and you shouldn't actually, well, deteriorate its hipfire recoil. But you're gonna have to aim still. Longer range targets won't be able to be executed immediately if you hipfire. As for others, use the green laser. It decreases the spread grouping and it increases the recoil recovery time, which can be helpful if you're tap firing. So I went over barrel, underbarrel, and others. I went for optic last. Why? Because this really depends on you. But for me, I recommend 2 sights, one after another. First off, when you unlock some of the attachments already, use the Morris sight. This is unlocked way early when you get kills with the weapon. This is quite stable for close range combats, which is the recommended engagement range with the M4A1. And then, after you get loads of kills, switch to the ACOG. For the iron sights, they are semi-obstructive, but they're still usable if you have the skills. Here's a little side note, the front post sight is not removed when you put a sight on the weapon. So, yeah, make sure not to use any low sights or you're going to be blocked by the front post sight of the weapon. One more don't of the weapon. Do not put muzzle brakes when you have a high power optic on this weapon. It doesn't get rid of vertical recoil completely, and it introduces sideways recoil, which in this case it will affect you. Like, I tried using this with the ACOS scope and good grief, I could not hit anything. So, those are all the recommended attachments for the starter's rifle or the M4A1. Now, enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'm gonna sit back and rest, I guess. So in conclusion, the M4A1 is a okay starter carbine. The Hipfire grouping is perfect for newcomers. It has weak damage at long range, so it is recommended to use it at only close quarters combat and mid ranges only. The advanced users should find another rifle, as those probably do more damage at range, like the AK or something. So that's all there is to using the starter's rifle. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to use everybody's gun. And as always, spray and pray, people. This is Captain Iraq, over and out.